how you doing?
The nicest. I'm doing good. How about you?
He turns up the nicest. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. I cannot complain. I see you have some people tuning in, so that's good. Hey, everybody, thank y'all for listening. I want to get up close and personal with you, find out about your music, where you from, and all the good stuff and the influences. So we're gonna start with you from Houston.
Yes, Southside, born and raised.
All right, shout out to the South Side, South Side.
Exactly,
Hey.
South Park, dead end area.
Okay, cool. I got some relatives out there. So, how long have you been doing music on that side of town? Because Houston is big. Houston is huge.
Right. I've been like freestyling since I was 5 years old, but professional recording, I probably started off on the south side like 4 or 5 years ago, like 2017, 2016.
Okay.
Like dropped my first little song.
Dope. The first little song, what was the name of it?
It was called Polo. Everybody know me for wearing that brand, so I just dropped that song, brought some attention to myself, and some people still call me that to this day.
Okay, cool. All right, that's dope. That's dope. So, who were some of your musical influences?
Of course, you know what I'm saying, SUC, Zero, Lil Wayne. I'm really a student of the game though. I ain't gonna say I like all artists, but I just take from big artists, see, you know what I'm saying? I'm a student of the game, but I do got a couple favorites. Most definitely the H-Town artists. It's a culture thing.
Yes, it is. I mean, you got to, especially coming from Houston, we had so many influences, like
True.
Ghetto Boys.
True.
You have to mention our rappers. I don't care what nobody say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, shit, you don't play it, you don't hear it on the way to school anyway.
Oh, yeah. That's true. So, who are some of the rappers that you would like to work with, since we are talking about the Houston rappers in particular?
I ain't gonna lie. I like Zero, even though the young, the new school probably think they old school, man. These is the hearts of the city, you know what I'm saying? I work with Zero, I work with Slim Thug, I work with South Walker, I work with Lil Jeremy. Really, it ain't too many artists that's on in Houston that I wouldn't work with. We don't really have a lot of whack artists.
Hey, you know what? Gas, and we gotta put gas in our city, but it's the truth. I say it all the time. Definitely have some dope people that's out here from the age and a lot of influence. So that's always a good look.
Most def.
What motivates you in this game? It's a lot of it's a lot of shit.
I guess what motivates me is like the fact that I know what I can do in the music. I'm still learning the business side, but creatively and artistically, I know what I can do. Everybody nowadays trying to hustle the game. I'm still one of the ones that's actually like the art of actually rapping. So it just motivates me to get more listeners, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully one day a good amount of people be able to hear this file be recorded.
Hey, and you said something that I want to touch upon. You're still learning the game, which is cool, right? But you did say something that I don't hear a lot of artists say. You are wanting to learn the business of the game. So what are some of the things that you are doing, not to put you on blast, but I just want to know, what are some of the things that you are doing to make sure you learn the game? Because there's a lot of different aspects of the game besides just rapping.
Just like if you have like people that's been in the music business in your circle longer than you, just like don't tune them out, just listen to what they saying, because ain't not in the new school, but hey, they done been there, done that before.
Right.
People always like try to hit you up in your DM, knowing that you going all out in that rap, so they might hit you with a little, they come with a proposition, but the whole time it's a scam. Just knowing, and you can't be gullible out here. You gotta have that, you know what I'm saying? At least some common sense to know.
You definitely gotta have some common sense. Definitely, because I know not too long ago they was scamming on Clubhouse. I don't know if you heard about that, but yeah, they was dropping names and everything. And I was like, man, I've never been the type to just give you my money though without researching who you are.
True.
That's crazy.
I heard they be gossiping on that Clubhouse.
Oh yeah, you heard right. I know I accidentally fell in the room and just listening to what they were saying, it made me laugh so hard because it was just men. It was like four men talking about another man. And I was like, this is so messy.
Yeah, that's crazy. All that shit talking that we doing.
Yeah, like where the bit? Nah, you can cut on this show. It's like where the business at? That's crazy. But you know, it's all good. Like you said, I think it's important that every artist learn the business part of it. And I have talked to older artists that I would consider a vet, and I've talked to newer artists, younger artists. And the older artists say that the young artists don't listen to what they got to say. So, you know, you fit in that category of the young artists. Right, are you listening to the OGs, and why y'all be so hard-headed?
Man, I feel what they saying. I feel what the young dude's saying because I am one, and I feel what the young older dude's saying because I grew up around old heads. So I'm an old school body, you know what I'm saying? I'm just young on the outside, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, it's probably because sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, you go into an old school dude's studio, he got this old cassette tape, the old thing.
Oh, no.
The old way. It's still gonna work, man, just the way the new one work. So young dudes see that, like, you know what, man, this dude, he out of date. I ain't listening to nothing he gotta say. I'm finna go mess with over yonder over here. They doing it big. They getting views on Instagram. You know.
Right.
It's the looks for the young kids first. Everything come after that. It seems like, I'm sorry.
Nah, actually, you're on to something. I hear that all the time. It is. It's like they go for, it is a look, especially with the new face of hip hop. So yeah, they not trying to hear nothing if it looks old.
Man.
That's true.
Damn near like a requirement you gotta have or something. I don't know what it is.
Oh man, it's crazy. So music has shifted tremendously. Okay, so we're still in the internet era, which is dope, right? But now we got streaming.
It still is, yeah.
How do you feel about streaming? Like, is it frustrating? Do you feel like it's not enough money in the streams, or you don't care? Like, you just put the content out there and, you know, it is what it is.
Streaming, I be having like mixed emotions about the streamings. At the end of the day, I don't really care about the streaming. I should care to an extent, but like I just be having so much fun enough to where not worry about what's not getting streamed and worry about what is. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, streams can be, you know what I'm saying, tricky. You know what I'm saying? Especially with these artists talking about they got 100K streams or 500. When you look at their page, it don't match up. You're like, hey, who's streaming your music? So streaming can be tricky, but hey, I do got an album that y'all can stream. It's called First Quarter on Apple Music and Spotify.
And when did you drop this?
I dropped this like in the fall of 2020.
Okay.
Or maybe the spring. After I dropped it, I was like building so much attention around my name that I didn't need to drop anything for the rest of the year. You know how like some dudes like drop one song, then they good for the rest of the year.
Right.
It was like so much of the people around me. It was such a big situation. I was just like, interview here, come here, here. Okay.
That's dope. So what was the inspiration behind First Quarter? Like, what were you talking about? I definitely want to play something from off of it, but give me the vibe of that.
The inspiration behind First Quarter was I bounced off the first tape I ever dropped was called Pregame, which was like getting ready to put myself in the music business. The first quarter was like, the first quarter of any sport, you're going to come out hard. Like, any game, you're going to come out hard. You're going to show your opponent what you're about and let them know who, you know what I'm saying, who they up against. And it also means, like, hey, it's just the first quarter. It's hot. It's some fire on this tape, but it's just the first quarter.
So it's hot, but it's still kind of like a pre-warm up, Okay, so cool. So that was the first one that you dropped. Now you said you're working on another one, or that one haven't dropped yet?
Yeah, I got a deluxe tape for these folks.
Okay.
It's sometimes when you I don't mean to boast, I don't mean to be cocky, but sometimes when you're talented, you can't just be dropping a lot of music like these other guys, cause people gonna eat it up so fast. You gotta the talented guys, they can actually wait, like the J. Cole's and the Drakes and the Kendricks. They can wait because the music is so good it'll last the whole the whole 6 months, the whole year. So I'm giving them a deluxe of the first tape, which would be, like a few more fun songs they can have until I give them the next, hot stuff.
Okay, and did you drop any visuals to first quarter?
Yes.
You smiled real hard. You cheesed when you said that. I mean, what type of visuals have you dropped?
One of my visuals with the most views is the song is called "On It." With my friend, my brother, another artist called Why Are the Hardest. The song's really dope. We shot in the South Park. We was just outside having fun. I like that song just because we had fun shooting the video. But if you listen to the song, it's very like lyrical, but street, having fun. A lot of dudes and people can relate to it.
Okay.
What else I dropped? I dropped another video called Polo Part 2, which is, after like the second song, from the first song I told you about. And that was really like a celebration of how far I came, because when I shot that video, I fed, over 20 people for free, gave out free merch, free edibles, free food, free, I gave out like over $300. Kids came,
that's dope,
was grabbing money. So that, yeah, I like that one. It was like a celebration video shoot at Polo Part 2.
Man, that's good. So you are a humanitarian as well.
Man, I love the people, especially ours. I love our people, man.
You know what? I have to highlight that real quick. I don't want to sound like a mother moment, but I'm saying it's really dope. Yeah, like, cause when, a lot of times rappers have a bad rep, and but you see rappers like Trey the Truth. It's always giving back to the community, always, helping people out when disaster has arise.
Exactly.
And so you always, respect guys like that. So when I hear that, I like to highlight that. I think that's,
for sure.
You can have a platform no matter how big or so-called small it is. If you're not reaching out to people within your community, it's hard to ask for them to support you.
True.
If they don't see you out there, and caring. So I'm big on that too. So kudos to you on that.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Geez. It's like when sometimes when you're talking about music and projects, I said I didn't want to talk about last year.
True.
We're gonna focus on 2021. What do you want to do? It's starting off good. What do you want to do in 2021 that you haven't already done? A goal you would like to accomplish.
Oh, that's a good one. I have a few goals. I would like to expand my music into other cities in Texas, because Texas is a big state, let alone, you know what I'm saying? It's really a country, but Texas is a big state. So I would like to expand my music to other cities, like thoroughly, not just like some half job stuff.
Right.
I would like to perform on a bigger stage. Of course, I'm grinding for that. I'm not just wishing for that.
Right.
I would like to be more professional as I elevate more into the business game. Like, other people know what they're getting when they hear my name. Like, oh yeah, bro be working. Oh yeah, bro, I know he doing good business over there. Type deal. That's what I like in 2021.
Those are great goals. Realistic
Thank you.
And definitely something that that's within grasp. I definitely, like, when I've been talking to artists, I try to express how important it is to get your music and your sound outside of Houston. Like you said, Texas is a great, really big state. True. But Houston is a humongous city. Right, it's crazy because you could hustle on the northwest side and go to the south side and people be like, who?
Exactly.
Miss who? Exactly. Don't offend me like that, Miss who? Like, it's just that huge.
True.
So it's crazy, but I mean, again, that's great that you're trying to get your sound out, and that's a goal. Kudos. So, let's see. The project that you talked about first quarter, that is on Spotify, correct?
Yeah.
Because I want to play. I want to play one of the songs. Now you mentioned On It.
Yeah.
If that you smile. If that's on there, I definitely want to. Let's see.
Well, you got a treat coming for yourself and for the listeners.
Let's see.
I'm talking about changing the game.
Okay, I think I've
Leaving an effect on.
Wait now.
Good one.
This is That's another.
Nuh-uh.
I was like, wait a minute. Okay, here, just put it in because it's a few of them.
It's the second one right there.
Oh,
That's all good.
this one right here.
This one right here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, On It. Ah,
We got
dope
it.
cover.
We on it.
Dope
Yeah.
cover.
There's actually a cover of me on stage.
Whoa. That's lit. I like the fire coming from the basketballs.
The graphics did his
That's
thing.
dope.
Shout out to oh man.
I know it says that you can't remember the. I know I put you
So
on
many
blast.
people.
'Cause-
He from the north though.
Okay.
Shout out outside.
Yeah. Shout out North Side graphic designers. All right, let me. We're gonna go to Lil Pat On It. This is Spotify.
The nicest.
Hey.
Everything got facts, no.
That's right.
Hey, yo, I'm the plug like electronics. Got a lot on my plate like some tectonics. Selling right off the brick, I don't step on it. Use my bed as a safe, I don't rest on it. See his head and I go put my bed on it. My candy go drum in the nigga's time. War like a belt, like a belt. That nigga say strap it, gon' buckle down. Hey, yo, I'm the plug like electronics. Got a lot on my plate like some tectonics. Selling right off the brick, I don't step on it. Use my bed as a safe, I don't rest on it. See his head and I go put my bed on it. My candy go drum in the nigga time. War like a belt, like a belt. That nigga say strap it, gon' buckle down. I'm in this bitch with like 3 G's. Man, I came from my out to like 3 P's. Yeah, they sleep on the kid just like 3 Z's. Took the lane, no shortcuts like Pee Wee. Some dudes play the corner, no DB. Some dudes they are screeching like Kiwi. Pass the game to my brother, I'm CB. On the road to success, nigga, BB. In the street playing defense like D3. And what I'm selling ain't whiter than bleach cream. My shot feel smaller than peach rings. Recombs on the floor, need my seats clean. I'm still buying cases, yeah, ding ding. These bitches, they just wanna be seen. But when I smoke, my eyes are like lean lean. You don't need to get high since a preteen. My life is a movie, you know this. So pull out your camera and do not delete scenes. These niggas be roaching and shit and be wanting a piece of what's mine like some CC. And every day else my pack, but you know I'm not walking around in no green tea. Just throw my songs in the shuffle and roll up some weed and sip on some green tea. Hey, yo, I'm a plug like electronics. Got a lot on my plate like some tectonics. Selling right off the brick, I don't step on it. Use my bed as a safe, I don't rest on it. See his head and I go put my bed on it. My candy go drum in the nigga time. War like a belt, like a belt. That nigga say strap it, gon' buckle down. Chop my legs up, chop 'em off on the stomach ground. Little buddy was giving me the run around. Take off laughing, that's a funny sound. I'm the street thing. I decide who run the cabin down. I'm too busy living to be capping up. I'm too busy trapping, trying to trap a lot. Niggas whine all day, like they live in Atlanta. When they on that honey, nigga, tell me what they aiming for. When this shit real, then I gotta bring the savage out. Niggas take 22 funny rap. Funny mic, turn that boy to money mic. Pimpin' pimpin', now then you dead with the fish and sleep. My legs be ringing, they better than this and that. Let them out to me like Igor before they take some boy. I sleep in the place that I know.
Okay. Lil Pat.
The nicest.
Nice. So who produced the beat?
I got an in-house producer go by the name of Rantics. right now, he in rehab right now, getting himself together. You know what I'm saying?
Bless up.
When he get out, he gonna have some more fire for me. And able
Okay.
to endure through this game. But yeah, that's my friend Rantix, man. When he get out, he gonna have some beats for the rest of y'all rappers. Right now, it's just for me.
You say right now it's just for me. Okay, so did he produce the entire project first quarter, or you work with other producers?
Yes, he did. He low key did in the first one.
Oh, okay. So you basically you vibe with this one. Like he know your style. He can
Like a Future and what you call it? Like Zote
yeah,
Zayto.
dope.
Like he just liked my flow and the way I rap, so he just sent me stuff, and that's how it all be starting too. Like that's how people be coming up together.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Any producers outside of him that you would like to work with?
Oh yeah, I would like to work with June.
June the Genius.
June the goddamn Genius.
Man,
I low key got his beat in my email from another artist who purchased it from him. I had hopped on a verse. He just hadn't put it out. I ain't gonna drop his name, but through that I was able to see. Like first I didn't even know this. I just heard his beat tag. Then somebody like, bro, you got a June the Genius beat in your. Like oh,
dang, like changes things.
And he definitely already a living legend.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And you know what? I follow him on Twitter, and he's always saying like things that's positive and uplifting, like never stop, and you know. So yeah, most definitely. So yeah, put that. You need to tell that other artist to drop that shit and stop playing.
Stop withholding
shit
that fire,
for
man.
real. Stop playing. So you said that the song that I played was actually the one that you were smiling hard about that you said was one of your favorite songs that y'all did the video for, right? So where how can people follow you on YouTube?
They can follow me on YouTube on the Lil Pat. You can type in Lil Pat the Nicest. You gonna see my recent videos on the Lil Pat the Nicest. I originally started off as Lil Pat being just from H-Town dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the same neighborhood of Fat Pat. I just kept it H-Town, you know, I'm a small dude. Average dude, it's Lil Pat. Now, it's Lil Pat the Nicest. You type in Lil Pat the Nicest, you will see my YouTube. You can subscribe, you can check out my latest features, latest videos, my blogs from my shows I did from other big artists such as Stunner from Vegas, etc.
Okay, yeah. I like that plug. It's funny because it's like you just cheesing. You really enjoying this music stuff. Do you think that a rapper can consider themselves the GOAT if they've had ghostwriters?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. So why do you say that? Like, what's your explanation or reason for saying that?
Because like rapping is a sport. It hasn't been solidified as a sport, but it's competition, especially you know what I'm saying in the good old days. In the good old days, man, you have to come with your own style and your own, you know, so your own everything. And you was representing you. You wasn't representing somebody else's bars and somebody else's mindset. Like that goes. It's cool. Like for I give them a break and say it's cool for like hooks and stuff. Maybe if you got a little, you know, singing going on or something, maybe some T-Pain or something. But hey, man, that verse coming in that high 16, man, that better be yours, man. For real, you can't have no other man speaking for you, man.
So let me ask you this: what if it's not every song, but like a couple of songs, like maybe they hit songs have been ghostwriters, but they main songs. I mean, not their main songs, but their other songs are songs that they've written. Just the hit songs that made it to radio and topped this and went gold and stuff.
See, that's what makes the artist great. It's like, dang, who wrote it? So the attention should be on a person who wrote it because they actually had the skills. It might have fit that artist's voice or tone. But a couple songs is cool. But you still can't just, you know, depending on your track list, on your way out, depending on, but I think for the regular, like for the more like the singer artists, like maybe the rap singers dudes,
right,
who rap sing, like maybe like a Lil Baby type deal. Not all the way because he still will give you some bars, but I can see him having a ghostwriter on like a song to come in the future, like a big song, like you saying one of them,
like a pop.
That's cool because it's like for the culture. Go ahead. If it's a good song, it needs to be out there. But as far as being, the best, hey man, you better have written most of your work.
That shit. Right. How would you feel, right? Like one of my favorite rappers that I say is one of the ghosts is Jay-Z. It's like, how would you feel if you found out that Jay-Z had ghostwriters this whole damn time? He won't write none of that shit.
Exactly. So it's like you're not even quoting Jay-Z no more. You quoting somebody else. You better go look at the back of them albums.
Hey, but you know what I think Jigga, I had a lot of respect for him when I found out, and this was years ago though, that he didn't have the shit that he came up with. He didn't even
right.
He came in the studio like and made a whole song, like that's crazy, and memorized it.
True.
That's ghost shit.
Nah, I
don't
ain't
care
gonna
what nobody say.
Just like my favorite rapper Lil Wayne, which and that's who he got that from. I ain't gonna say he got it from Jay-Z, but Jay-Z is one of Lil Wayne's favorite rappers.
Yep, I heard that too.
So, and they both do a good job at. They're talented enough to not write their music and go in the studio and put out music for the culture that we all can listen to, and it be a good song. And now these dudes trying to do, all these young cats trying to do it now. Y'all need to write. The dudes that's not right now, the dudes that's not writing right now need to be writing.
Writing, yeah.
Trying to be a GOAT was like, they worked, they was writing at first. Wayne, you know what I'm saying? He was ripping the papers out of his book.
Crazy. His process was insane. I mean, I grew up on Wayne too, so seeing that this dude jump on everybody's shit and like kill was crazy. Right. But look, check this out. I want to ask you this, especially since you said you was a Wayne fan. Okay. So recently, Polo G came out and said that Wayne was the GOAT. And some people, there was a radio station host who said that people are using the term GOAT too freely and that there's only one GOAT and can only be one GOAT in hip-hop.
Oh, man.
I think, for one, it's not possible that there could only be one GOAT. Because you got Jay-Z, you got Eminem, you got Nas, Biggie, Pac, even if they're not, here, rest in peace. You got so many guys that came killing. I mean, and the women MCs. You got Missy, Nikki, Eve, Trina. You got so many people. How can you just say only one person is allowed to be the GOAT? Right. I mean, this dude would have had to have bars on top of, like, crazy motherfucking bars. Like, if you saying it's only one GOAT, like, I would like to ask that person who she considered the GOAT, if it's only one GOAT. But what do you feel about that, Polo saying Lil Wayne is, to him, in his eyes, the GOAT?
Man, y'all know we are the generation of the Wayne heads. Just like our parents, they might be on the Jay-Z Scarface blast. But hey, man, we Wayne heads. Before we had enough money to cop an album, it was a free Lil Wayne mixtape online. All you had to do is go burn a CD and jam away. We up and down the hallway with an MP3 player, listen to these songs. Might not be understanding the depth of everything he was talking about. But some of them lines was cold, the coldest thing we ever heard at 12 and 13 years old, goddamn. And I'm right on with Polo G. That man is one of the greats rappers of all time, undisputedly.
I definitely agree. Like I said, I came up on him too, and definitely, I don't see nothing wrong with saying multiple. Right? Exactly. I know I be saying GOAT. I don't think we use the term too loosely. That's just I will backtrack. Sometimes people do be saying GOAT, like,
true.
When you talking about 6ix9ine is the GOAT, I gotta look upside your head like,
yeah, I think
how? What what you on?
They got two meanings these days or something.
Yeah,
another GOAT might be doing some stupid shit in the public and getting away with it. He's the GOAT for that.
Yeah,
you are.
Yeah, like a different, maybe the GOAT term has taken a different meaning, and we're just not talking about bars, but yeah, most definitely, when you're mentioning the GOATs, plural, S, I'm definitely going to say Wayne is definitely one of the GOATs of hip-hop.
Nah, for sure. And Zero, one of the GOATs of Houston.
Oh, yeah, and I don't think I've ever heard anybody that said that they felt different about that.
True.
So tell me, like, this is gonna be a hard one, but your top 3 Houston rappers.
Oh, that's easy.
Okay.
And you know, of course, mine's gonna differ from the next person. But this is how I came up. You know what I'm saying? When my mom was playing the songs I ain't know, and when I got older to listen to the songs I did know, and able to discover the songs that I could find. The first rapper, of course, Zero, like I said. Multiple albums of just straight fire and real life situations. With the, if you're a Zero fan, you'll know that Bone Thugs and Harmony was one of his favorite rappers, and you can hear it a little bit in his style.
Right.
And so that's one. That's my top rapper from Houston. My second, it'll be hard, but I like Big Mo, if he count as a rapper, even though he'll get off, but you know, he was on a lot of hooks. I just like, he just hit a different way. He ain't just got 2,000 songs, but hey, that city of serve, like, people don't know that it's still like in today's culture throughout the whole hip hop culture, like started right here in Houston from these guys.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So Big Mo second, and third I would say, that's a hard one.
That third one always gets you like, what the fuck?
Houston. It should be Scarface, but I don't know a lot of Scarface songs. But the song I do know they good, but it can't be because I don't. Alright. I'm going to just have to give it to Hawk off the strength.
Okay. So you went kind of old school.
Because
the founders, the OGs of Houston.
Right. It's like, I can go switch a highs, but I can't skip over what was there before them. And even outside of SUC, it's an album called Dead End Alliance, which is a lot of Houston SUC favorites on there, and they did that thing from the beginning to the end, and you can just hear the soul. You can hear, you know what I'm saying, you can hear Big Hawk. He was always just like more lyrical than the rest of the group. Like, he'd be on the serve too, but he just come in there like big old vocabulary words.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, he ain't right either. You know what I'm saying? He just coming there straight spitting. That's my top three. Zero, who I said? Zero, Big Mo, and Big Hawk. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. I don't know.
Go do y'all research, man.
Yeah, you got to. You know what? I was on Twitter. This was 2019. And they was talking about Big Mo, and somebody said, who was that? When I say I feel like the timeline just like froze. Woo, they went crazy. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, y'all, wait, hold on. Where are you from? Because you cannot be from Houston or just any part of Texas. But I would say you can't even be from Louisiana and not know this dude.
True.
But they were not from either. So I was like, y'all chill on them though. Like, so what I did was I just sent links. And was like, you know, and then the person looked kind of young. So I was like, you don't know any better. But some stuff you just, you can't say, like, who is that? Just go find out who it is. Because that's a really influential name. Like, you know, like, seriously.
Most of these young cats don't be knowing what they talking about.
Do your research, bro.
Like Pump, I think one of them white rappers, like Tupac wasn't a GOAT and stuff.
Oh, no.
Like, these dudes not even in position to place their opinion.
Right.
What's going on in another culture. Y'all young guys, y'all watch your mouth and don't respect these greats.
Yeah, you can't.
Don't disrespect these greats.
You can't talk down about Tupac and guys like that for sure. But I'm going to say I might not have a top three just off the dome. But one of my favorite rappers out here, and will always be my favorite rappers, and nobody better not say anything about it, is Chameleonaire.
Ooh, nah, most definitely.
If I ever got the collab with Chameleonaire, the song will be fire. Like, this dude is so... Now, you talk about big vocabulary.
True.
This guy, you damn near have to go get a thesaurus or dictionary after you listen to some Chameleonaire.
Nah, you're not lying.
He's a lyrical genius. Like, he was just... To me, personally, he was before his time.
True.
And I remember being in high school, and I had a little brother who was like, I want you to listen to something. And I was like, he was always giving me music, dudes I never heard. And he was like, I need you to listen to this dude. He goes so hard. So I listened to it. We listened to that song every day before it hit the radio. Yeah. We already knew the words. It was crazy. But, so yeah, I definitely say, when I mention, like, if I was just to mention Goats of Houston, one of them would definitely be Chameleonaire.
Nah, I like Chameleonaire too, especially nice. When Swisher House, it was dropping like, just like SUC was, it was dropping these tapes, man, of freestyles and just mixes. Man, that boy Chameleonaire get on that thing and just do something that even the New York cats will have to look their eye over.
Right.
Yeah, Chameleonaire. Nice, even when his old hits come on, you can't turn it off. Big Swingers and Foes.
That's my shit right there. Like, that's my shit right there. Like, I still listen to it. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, Chameleonaire was talented.
Yes, very, very much so. So you said New York rappers, East Coast. There was always a stigma about South rappers not having bars, man. Like, what the? I would never understand that because, like you said, and you mentioned Scarface, so Ghetto Boys. Again, I grew up, my dad, that's what he listened to. My mom and my dad was big on Ghetto Boys. And all them dudes. So to me, they always had bars. What do you think? Do you think the stigma has changed? Or do you think they still feel the same about rappers from the South not having bars? Or do you think we've proven ourselves that, hell, we got bars?
I think, the stigma has definitely changed. We proved ourselves, like, a lot of our rappers, when Houston started getting this look like around, like, early 2000, like that Swisher House run we had, like, we definitely proved to the world what we can do lyrically and find a way for you to jam our song with our culture. Other hot rappers, of course, like Lil Wayne himself from Louisiana and a few other down south rappers was able to help Texas and the other down south states prove that we can spit, if not just as equally as much as the upstate rappers. But, you know, we down south, so we're a little bit more country. So I can understand they probably tired of us coming down. But
coming through.
You know what I'm saying? It's a culture we started, just like they started, and I can understand, but the stigma definitely has changed. Like, you can be from any state, southwest, east, and have bars, you know what I'm saying? And definitely spit something. And the hip-hop it's been going on long enough to where we can all pick artists from the West Coast, East Coast, South that has bars, and we can compare their bars even in their music.
Absolutely. I definitely have to agree. I know for me, being a female artist, I'm excited to see the fact that it's more people from Houston being signed.
True.
We got Erica Banks, Megan Thee Stallion, OMB, Candy Man coming up. Damn.
Let's German, South
yeah, it's
Walker,
a lot of people. Propane still do his thing.
Got B King and DJ Chose on the radio.
Stunner Bam.
He coming on with 1501.
We doing it.
Larry the Savage.
And you already mentioned your boy Sauce
doing his thing. Sosa Man got signed by Wiz. Like you said, the city's so big, it's like
huge.
Well, I think even Lizzo from the Southwest, it's like you find out somebody from Houston, you like, what side of town? You're like, every side of town is like 30 minutes away from each other, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we got a lot of stars, man. We
really do. I'll be telling people, I'm still trying to find out how the hell Travis Scott got out the box and escaped. I'm trying. When he came out on the scene, this was so embarrassing. I was just like, who is that? Like, where he came from? And people was like, you crazy. I was like, why you say? They was like, he from your city. I said, bullshit. No, he's not.
Right, exactly.
I had never heard anybody mention, like, and then that's when my brother was like, nah. He was cold on, what they say, when the internet first was popping. Yeah. Like, before, I think, even Twitter started to pop. He had already utilized social media so damn good that he was on a plane in the studio with Kanye West.
True.
So I was like, damn.
So, you know, bro be making beats too.
That's what they said. They said he was
So-
making beats and he just networked outside of Houston.
Exactly.
And I was just like, damn, that's good shit.
You can hear it in his tapes. He got a lot of features from dudes that's outside of Houston, you know. Then I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard, if I'm not, you know, I'm a student of the game, man. I heard he was signed to Kanye on a producer.
I heard that too.
Thing first, but you know, hey, he's very talented to produce. B King too, to produce and be talented, artistic, man.
Because I couldn't even play the goddamn piano. I was talking about that the other day. My teacher just said, just sing. She was a little white lady. She said, you just sing. Don't worry about the piano. I was like, damn.
Oh,
So if you can play, you know, equipment and the keyboards and stuff, you are very, very talented and gifted.
That lady was trying to be nice as she can.
She really was. And she was like, what, 4'5". Very short. But, yeah, she told me just to sing, so I was like, okay, whatever. But it's definitely a lot of talent out here in the city, and it's always good to talk to like-minded people and creators. And you say you're a student of the game, and I think that it's great to have that open mind. Like you can always be taught. Like you don't know everything.
Sure.
And I think that sometimes stop the art, especially the younger artists. Because they like, I know how to do it already. I seen him do it. But you're not listening to nothing nobody is telling you, you know?
True. Yeah. End up getting lost in the sauce or something, thinking they know everything.
Basically.
Even people, you know what I'm saying? Even older people still learn every day, like you said.
Never
It's
never
always
too late.
wrong to get better.
Facts. And so, this is a question that I like to ask artists. Are you, I know you're having fun with it, which is cool. Are you hoping to go mainstream, stay independent, or it don't matter at all? You know, you just doing this shit like, hey, if it happens, it happens.
On the cool, it's a habit if it happened to a certain extent, because it's like, you know, the cons and pros with the mainstream and independent. Like I think anyone would love to go independent with the business mindset of knowing what they can do by themselves and building a brand off themselves and like receiving all of the revenue, not able to break it down 10 ways, and then you know the major is like they put you on, or you be on already, like you be on, like perhaps the next day, like
They just throw your ass out
like. If you ready, you been grinding, and then a major come to you, you got the views or whatever it is that they like you for. Like it's on you. They give you the platform, then it's up to you to continue for yourself. But it's like I don't want to just take no bullshit deal just to get get looked at, and then I'm stuck with having not being happy.
Right.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm not having fun no more just because y'all rake me out of deal. And so now I gotta, so it's like, dang, I don't really care about being a #1 rapper and all that. Because these dudes, like, I'm a businessman outside of rap. I'm going to be a millionaire regardless if I rap. So it's like, these dudes, they act like they never, hey, you give them 100,000, they might, ain't no telling what these dudes will do. You know what I'm saying? With me, you're going to have to really show me something.
Right. Hey, that's a good business mind already, my young brother. So, tell people your social media information everywhere where they can follow you.
Hey, y'all. If you listen. If you're not listening, you need to be listening now. My Instagram, you can type in Lil Pat. As soon as after you type in Lil Pat, you will begin to see the nicest. You know how you type in somebody's name and that other name pop up? You're going to see the nicest. Instagram, Lil Pat BIH. Lil Pat BIH. That's my Instagram. You know it's me because it's going to say the nicest. I am the nicest. On Twitter, you can follow me. Pat yourself. Pat yourself. Pat yourself. Like, pat yourself and then pat yourself. Do it twice, if you get what I'm saying. That's my Twitter. PATYA self. those are two right there on YouTube. Again, it's Lil Pat, the nicest. You're going to see my recent videos on Snapchat, Polo Gang 6. Polo Gang 6. If you want to see a Snapchat, that's some behind the scenes stuff right there. Next, it's like Cousins to OnlyFans. I ain't showing nothing that should be shown, but it's like I might get up early in the morning with, you know what I'm saying, still rubbing my eyes or something.
Nice.
Follow me, y'all.
Yes, please follow him. Real nice, great interview. We're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna get some pictures out there in the hall with you. But thanks everyone for tuning in. I see y'all and supporting the show. I do this every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. And once again, I will drop this on all podcast platforms as well as Roku TV. Shout out to Grind City Media.
Nice.
TV. It's been nice. It's been real. Radio's badass.
The nicest.
You know what it is.